Okay, so now we're going to look at an infographic. So an infographic it's a type of text, but it's not like a story with paragraphs. It has a lot of pictures, and the pictures are organized in a certain way that gives you a lot of information. So this infographic is called Nature's Resources. It says at the top that the Powhatan people made good use of the plants and animals in their environment. We just learned about all of this in the other story that we read. So this infographic is going to take a lot of what we just learned in the other story, and it's going to organize it in a really easy way for us to see what resource they used and what did they use it for. So this first picture right here shows trees. The Powhatan people use trees all the time. And these are the things that they use trees for. They use the trees to build shelter. So this is our house. They use it to build canoes, which I told you was like a type of boat. They used it to make plates, and they use it as fuel. So fuel is like they use it to make a fire so that they can cook their food. The next page of the infographic shows us two more of their resources. So they had a lot of corn. So the corn that they used, they would make them into dolls. They would use this part right here, the husk, and they would make it into dolls. They would weave a lot of the pieces into make a basket. And they would use the corn obviously for food. We use corn for food, and they did the same thing. And the other thing is they had a lot of deer around them. So they used that as a resource. And the deer were used to make clothing. They would use the skin of the deer a lot of times to make different clothing and shoes. They would use it to make tools. So the bones and the antlers, they would carve into making like sharp objects and spoons and forks and whatnot. And then they would use the meat part of the deer as food. They'd cook it in their fire, and then they'd have food to eat. So those are just 3 examples of resources that they had: trees, corn, and deer. And then this infographic shows you all the ways that they used it.